It's the Kyle Hyman Show on Redeemer Radio.
This is Kyle Hyman. With us here in the studio, we've got several students from Bishop Dwenger here to talk about the Dwenger Cabaret Night. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Thank you for having us.
Why don't we start by going around, and if you could introduce yourself and what grade you're in, and then what you're going to be doing for the Cabaret Night. I guess we should explain. This is kind of it's a dinner, it's a performance, it's a talent show, it's a fundraiser, a lot going on. So tell me what your role in it is, as well as your grade and name.
Okay, my name is Emma Pilley. I am a junior at Bishop Dwenger. I have an act where I sing, and I'm in Summit Sound.
What will you be singing?
I will be singing Crossing a Bridge from the musical Anastasia.
Oh, okay.
I am Leah Pranger. I'm a sophomore at Bishop Dwenger, and I will just be performing in both Summit Sound and Elegance's performances.
Okay, and so maybe explain what Summit Sound and Elegance is.
Summit Sound is Bishop Dwenger's mixed choir, so it's the boys and girls choir. And then our Elegance is our unisex choir, so that's our all-girls choir.
Okay. And how long have you been in those choirs?
I was in Elegance last year, and then this is my first year in Summit.
Okay.
My name is Tyler Byerly. I am a member of Summit Sound. I play in the band for the Elegance Choir, and I'll also be singing a solo song.
What are you going to play in the band?
I play bass guitar in the Elegance band.
Okay. And how long have you been doing that?
Last year and this year, I played in the band, and I've done Summit Sound all 4 years of high school.
All right.
Yes, sir.
My name is Sydney Schneider. I'm a senior. I am in the Summit Sound Choir, and I'm also playing band for the Elegance Choir. And I will be singing in the senior song for Cabaret.
And what instruments do you play?
I played the bass guitar last year for the Summit Choir, but this year I play the synthesizer for the Elegance Choir.
All right. Nice.
I'm Ethan Burns. I'm a senior, and I'm going to be doing stand-up. I'm also going to be performing in the Summit show.
Okay. Have you done stand-up before?
Nope. Okay. I just make people laugh a lot. And so I was like, this might work.
So did you have to sit down and, like, do a whole routine, like write stuff? And
it was weird because I'm used to making people laugh. I like to make people laugh. But trying to sit down and put together a 10, 11-minute show, I hear it over and over and over again. So to me, it's not funny anymore.
Right.
But I keep performing it to people, and they're like, it's good. I'm like, okay.
So it's going to be a 10-minute?
About 10, 11 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that how long most of the acts are? Around that? I guess a song would maybe be like 3 minutes-ish, more or less. All right.
Yeah, so our songs are about 3 minutes, and then the show choir songs are about 20 minutes each, because they have 6 or 7 songs in their show.
Okay, so what kind of music are the show choirs doing?
Both show choirs have songs from musicals, as well as just some random songs that fit our show's theme as well.
Okay, which is what?
Summit Sound's theme is, our title of our show is An Immigrant's Dream, and it's about this family that comes to America, excited for it, and then they realize the hardships that they have to face, and they overcome them, and it's about their journey through that.
And these are from all kinds of different musicals that you're pulling together?
Yeah, there's a couple musical songs, and then there's also some songs you hear on the radio, so it's kind of a combination. We just pick songs. Our director, Mrs. Maloney, will pick songs that fit the theme of the show, and kind of it tells a story. And so throughout the 23 minutes, you'll hear a story.
So what are some of the songs that are in it?
There's Prayer of the Refugee. There's A Shed Slows America, which is our second number. Invisible.
We have 2 Hamilton numbers in our show this year, actually. That's probably one of the best-known musicals nowadays.
Yeah.
We have a song called The Story of Tonight and a song called World Turned Upside Down in it.
Okay.
And Elegance has, if you've ever heard of the musical Waitress, that's their opener. It's called Opening Up.
Our Elegance theme is different from Summit's. It's about, like, the waitress, like a typical waitress girl becoming into a Hollywood star, and it's really fun for us girls to perform. We're doing tons of known songs, so the audience will hear a lot of familiar things.
Like
I Want It All from High School Musical.
Okay. Like the original High School Musical?
Heck yeah.
High School Musical 3. Heck yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely a fun one. You get to unleash your inner Sharpay from High School Musical. So all the girls have such a fun time with that one. And our ballad is Granted by Josh Groban. So that's like a really good song to put some emotions into. So It's really
Okay.
fun.
So this is the first time Bishop Dwenger has done a cabaret night. How would you explain it or pitch it to somebody? What would they expect?
So if you're going in, you're going to see a lot of talent. You're going to see different kinds of talent. It won't just be singing. We have variations. So we have a comedy skits like Ethan's. We have poems are being read. There are skits happening. And there's a few dances being performed.
Okay.
And it's just a good way to get our show choir out there, our show to known and kick off the show choir season, which starts in 2 weeks for us with SSI. But yeah, I think it will be a good way to enjoy the arts and kind of showcase the talents that many people might not get to see.
How many acts total for the night?
Individually, I think there's
10 to 15.
10 to 15, I would say. And they're spaced in between the two shows.
Okay.
So I'll go right after Elegance performs. So
Okay. Follow up some singing with some stand-up comedy.
hopeful laughter, yeah.
Well, I am hoping that we can get a little preview
Oh,
of
no.
some of the comedy before we go.
Okay.
We're talking with several of the students from Bishop Dwenger, promoting the Dwenger Cabaret Night. When is it going to be happening?
This Sunday.
Yep.
And it's only one act, one chance, one time.
Yeah, one time.
Yes.
Do not miss your chance. What is it? You only got one shot?
You only got one shot.
Yeah. All right. So where does the money for the event go?
It funnels right back into the music boosters, which is essentially the treasury of the music department, drama department, and that money can go to helping future students that would like to do show choir, because it does cost a bit of money to do it, but that helps, and we can get some scholarships going, help fund show choir that'll take us farther away, so into like Ohio or something like that, and then it can also go into the plays and the musicals. We have a budget for that, and so all of that money will be going right back into the music boosters to hopefully give us some more money to work with.
Yeah. And give you opportunities and
Yeah.
that. What do you enjoy most about performing, or what has performing been able to build up in your skill set?
Well, I just really like that with performing and everything, you get to go to a lot of places and see people, but like besides that, you get to really express yourself in a way that like you might just get lost in the waves of high school people out there, but really it just like, even if you don't have a solo or anything, it just helps you stand apart from the crowd and just find a way to show people who you are through song.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, I didn't have very many friends until I came to high school, and I was in show choir, and I met some of the most amazing people. Everyone is so friendly and welcoming, and it's wonderful to be a part of a group that you can consider your family. You can tell them anything, or if you're feeling down, and you get to do what you love. You get to perform. You get to light up on stage, and you get to perform with the people you love, and I think that's a really beautiful thing.
It really is like a close family. I didn't start show choir until about my junior year, and I was told that it was a very close group of people, which is intimidating if you weren't there for the first, freshman year, sophomore year. But I went in and they just immediately accepted me. I became close friends with everyone. Everyone I know who they are, and I know everything about them, and it's just from like 1 to 1.5 years of being in this amazing group. It really is like a family.
Yeah.
And I think another great thing about it is because we travel to so many different schools and so many different places, we meet so many other people who share our common interests and our love for music and dancing and singing and all the things like that. And so just by having that, I think that also helps in, especially at least for Sydney, Ethan, and I going into college next year, we can know that there are other people out there besides just the people that we went to school with that also love the same things we do.
Yeah. And I think now, like, this is interesting because most of our schools have choirs and musical opportunities to express your gifts if you're musical. But how often do you get a chance to express your gift of comedy? In a school atmosphere, other than during the classroom,
not very often,
which may or may not be welcome depending on the situation.
You got to take some liberty with it, but it's in class or whatever, I will make some jokes or whatever, but it's really at this stage when I'm having like that 11 minutes where people are expecting the comedy and expecting it. It's a really nice way to show your talents, because I do plays and musicals, and I get to act there. I do acting alongside show choir, but there isn't really a place where I could go out and like perform comedy unless it's in a classroom or at my house or something like that, where I'm just making people chuckle. But I'm really excited to do that.
All right. So,
oh no,
I think it's that time. The moment everybody's been waiting for.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so put on the spot. Oh my gosh. I don't have any jokes. My face is getting red.
How are you going to start your routine at the Cabaret, or does that be a spoiler? You don't want to ruin anything for people.
It is kind of a spoiler, because a lot of it is situational. What's going to happen at the show? I'm going right after Elegance. There's a couple jokes I make there, but I guess I'll tell one of the stories that I'm talking about. So this actually involves Tyler. In 8th grade, he had this birthday party that he put on, and I didn't know him very well, but he invited me, and he was like, and I didn't really want to go. I was like, I'm thinking about just doing nothing that day, so I don't know if I can make it. And then he goes, there's going to be cake, and so I immediately went. And I end up going, but the night before, he gives me a call, and I've never sang in public. I didn't like to sing, and he gives me a call, and he's like, hey, by the way, we're going to do karaoke, so have a song prepared. This was the night before.
Okay.
Like, the next day we would be going. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And we get there, I'm like trying to mind control him, like Professor X in the back, just like, we're not going to go karaoke. And then we went, it didn't work, unfortunately, and we get there, and I start, and well, the weird part is that when they sang, after every time like a song was sung, 10 more people would show up, and I was like the 5th person to go, so there was like 50 people there, or felt like it. And I get up to sing, and I'm actually doing okay, like a decent job, and I get into a groove, and there's a specific high note that I have to hit, and I end up glancing over at Tyler, who is like, I can't, like, it's a radio, so you can't see it, but like the people in here, he like just gives me these like big eyes and he's just like staring at me, and it freaked me out, and I voice cracked really bad, and like it was in the mic, and I'm not gonna do it here because it's obnoxious, but it was bad, and I didn't know what to do, so I just went, oh no. and then I end up getting off the stage, and I sit down, and he looks at me, he goes, you know you voice cracked, right? I'm like, oh no, I didn't notice. So, yeah.
Maybe it was something in the speakers.
Yeah, I know. No, that was just the speaker. That wasn't me.
All right. Well, again, this Sunday will be Bishop Dwenger's Cabaret Night. I think it's a great opportunity to share the gifts that God has given you, whether it be musical, whether it's comedy or dancing. All of these are gifts that God's given you, and you have the opportunity to share those with the community. So invite people to check it out. That is Sunday the 13th, and it will be at Bishop Dwenger. There are $10 tickets available. The dinner thing has sold out.
Yeah, so we sold out maybe a week ago with the dinner tickets. They're gone, but you still can get your $10 tickets, and that includes a snack. Alongside when you get to see all the shows. So.
All right, so people can contact Amy Burns at Bishop Dwenger. If you just call Bishop Dwenger and say you want some tickets to the Cabaret Night, I'm sure they can hook you up. And also, I guess you guys have a special thank you that you want to share?
We just want to say thank you to all of our volunteers who have helped make this possible, and to our choir director, Miss Maloney, and everyone else who's just made it possible for this all to happen.
Yeah, especially all the parents that just took charge and put this all together. I mean, they're fantastic, and they just went with it, and they were like, this is what we're going to do. And we're like, we're excited, so.
All right, well, great. Thank you so much for coming here today and sharing a little bit of your gifts with us and encouraging people to check it out on Sunday. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.